I never planned for my life to take this kind of turn. I never planned to hurt the one person who had always trusted me the most. But life doesn't always warn you before it changes everything. My name is Liam Adeola. And this is the story of how I ended up marrying my brother's girlfriend. I know how it sounds. Crazy, wrong, unforgivable. But before you judge me, let me take you back to where everything started. That's me, Liam, the second son of the Adeola family. The boy everyone calls reckless, stubborn, carefree. People in Lagos say I'm a womanizer. And honestly, I didn't bother arguing. I lived fast. I lived loud. I lived without consequences. Why? Because I knew one thing for sure. The family company would never come to me. It would go to my elder brother. Meet Femi Adeola, my parents' favorite child, the golden son.
As you can see from the latest projections, our growth trajectory is on an upward trend, with a significant increase in Q2 performance.
A complete workaholic with no idea how to live outside spreadsheets and business meetings. While I had dated half the girls in Lagos, Femi had never dated anyone. Not even one. And then there were our parents. Wealthy, powerful, respected. My father with companies across the world. My mother, his heartbeat. Together, they were untouchable. We were one of the richest families in Nigeria. The Adeolas. Despite all the favoritism, Femi and I were close. He wasn't just my brother. He was my friend. I told him everything. If only I knew what that honesty would cost us later. The beginning of the end started with something so simple. So stupid. I still wonder how one small decision changed my whole life. I borrowed Femi's phone. Just to create a Snapchat account. I needed it to spy on a girl from the club who was playing too hard to get. I created the account quickly, used my picture as the profile photo. Then handed the phone back to him. I thought that was it. Just another one of my reckless things. But somehow, Femi started using Snapchat. Watching videos. Chatting. Exploring. And that's how he met her. Olivia. Her name alone could pull the air out of your lungs. A hard-working Igbo girl. Her parents lived in Lagos, not wealthy, but comfortable. She left Nigeria at 19 to study abroad. And she stayed in the UK for 10 years. Working as a financial assistant. Her intelligence. Her confidence. Her drive. It pulled Femi in immediately. She was the first person to make him stay awake at night for something that wasn't work. Even Mom noticed. She kept whispering.
Which girl is keeping Femi busy?
They chatted for weeks. Laughing. Sharing stories. Building something soft and dangerous. But Femi had one problem. He was old-fashioned and insecure. So he told Olivia that he was the man in the profile picture. My face. He had been sending her my pictures. Pretending to be me. She believed she was talking to me. When in truth, it was Femi behind the messages. A dangerous foundation, and we didn't even know what was coming. One day, Olivia asked for a video call.
So when can we meet?
Femi froze. He could have come clean. He should have come clean. But instead, he turned to me. He asked me to help him. To make the call. To pretend to be him, pretending to be me. It made no sense. But for Femi, I said yes. That one call turned into many. Not once. Not twice. But for a whole year. A year of her thinking she was talking to her boyfriend. Me. When it was my brother she was really dating. And a year of me hearing her voice. Seeing her face. Getting attached to someone I had no right to feel anything for. It was a mess. A dangerous one. Even Mom figured it out. She warned us. This thing you boys are doing, it cannot end well. She was right. Because somewhere in the middle of all that pretending, I fell for Olivia. Hard. One evening, I walked into Femi's room. My chest was tight. I couldn't hide it anymore. I told him I couldn't deceive Olivia again. I was getting too deep. Too involved. He begged me. Just a little more time. I'll tell her when the time is right. But the right time never came. The day he finally decided to confess, I ruined it. He was about to video call her, to show his real face. When I barged into his room, "Liam, what are you doing in my room?" I said loudly. Olivia was already on the call. I smiled and said, "Oh, Olivia, this is my little brother, Liam." Little brother. I reduced him. I erased him. Letting Olivia believe he's Liam and I'm Femi. Femi's face fell. He didn't argue. He didn't shout. He just walked out. Heartbroken. Betrayed. Later, he asked me, "Why would you do that to me?" I lied. I told him Olivia wouldn't forgive him if he came clean like that. That if he really loved her, he should propose and bring her to Nigeria first. Then reveal the truth. In reality, I just wanted her close. I didn't want to lose her. And then, Femi did the unthinkable. He bought a ring. A stunning diamond ring. He handed it to me. And asked me to propose to Olivia. On his behalf. And I did. I asked her to marry me. Or rather, marry him. She said yes. Olivia flew to Nigeria. She waited for me at the airport. Mom pulled me aside before I left. "That girl is your brother's bride. Do not forget yourself. This is not one of the girls you play with." But this time, I wasn't playing. I was in love. At the airport, I tried to distance myself. I acted strange, quiet, cold, because getting closer felt like stepping into fire. Olivia tried to reach into my silence. But I kept my walls up. I took her home. Everyone was waiting except Femi. Because he was on a business trip. "How is your wife to be arriving? But you're not home to receive her." My heart tightened knowing I would see her every day. Sleep under the same roof. Breathe the same air. Pretending she wasn't the one I wanted. After a week, Olivia confronted me.
"Ever since the airport, you have been acting like a stranger. Do you not love me? Are you regretting bringing me here? If you don't like me, I could just..."
I didn't let her finish. Something in me broke. Something I had been holding back for too long. Everything exploded after that. We became close. Too close. I learned her dreams. Her fears. Her habits. Her heart. I didn't want Femi to return at this point. Our wedding was scheduled for that week. I told Olivia we should hurry. "Let's get married." She agreed. Mom and Dad were against it. They saw the disaster coming. But I reassured Femi. If you show up at the wedding, that's the perfect moment to tell her the truth. She won't be able to cancel. Femi, trusting me like a fool, agreed. The wedding day arrived. Guests filled the hall. The priest stood waiting. I pushed everything forward. Faster. Deeper into the lie. Like play, like play. I was about to marry my brother's girlfriend. The priest lifted his hand.
Power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
And the doors opened. Femi walked in, broken. Late. And just in time to watch the biggest betrayal of his life.
Hey, Liam! You didn't just marry her, you buried this family!